Welcome back, dear students, to the another session of chemistry. Here we will complete the chapter number 5. So let's get started. In today's video, we are gonna take a look at electrolysis. So after a quick look, we'll see how we can use it to separate the elements insoluble inorganic compounds like lead bromide. Before we see how it works, though, we need to be familiar with the equipment we use. First of all, we need some kind of beaker in which we place our electrolyte. And an electrolyte is just a liquid or solution that contains an ionic compound. With the important point being that the ions in the electrolyte are free to move. So, if a compound was soluble, like copper sulfate, then we have just dissolved it in water, and that aqueous copper sulfate would be our electrolyte. However, if it was insoluble like lead bromide, then we have to melt it to get a molten liquid. That's the only way to make sure our ions would all be free to move around. So if we change our electrolyte to be molten lead bromide, then it would contain a positive lead and negative bromide ions, both of which would be free to move about. Next up, we need our electrodes, which are solid conductors and generally made up of metal or carbon. On the right, with the positive electrode, which you call the anode, and on the left, the negative electrode, which could be the cathode. Then lastly, we need to join the electrodes with some wire so the electrons can flow between them, and add some kind of power supply like a battery to drive that flow of electrons. Now, the word electrolysis literally means splitting up with electricity, and that's exactly what it does by using battery to pass an electric current through the electrolyte, which in our case is molten lead bromide. We can separate out the lead, and then this way this works is that the negative bromide ions will be attracted to the positive anode, and when they get there, that they discharge, which just means that they would have go from a charged ion to a neutral atom. And in bromine case, this will cause the atoms to pair up and form bromine gas, which can then float off. Meanwhile, the positive lead ions will be attracted to the negative cathode and again be discharged, this time to form pure lead, which will then fall to the bottom and form a layer of molten lead. Now, the last thing we need point out is that the ions are actually being oxidized and reduced to the electrodes. In our example, at the anode, the bromide ions are being oxidized to bromine and lose one electron each in the process, which you can say here is a half equation. Meanwhile, at cathode, the lead ions are each combining with 2 electrons and so being reduced to form pure lead. So really what's happening overall is that the electrons from the bromide ions are being passed to the positive anode and then being transported along the wire around to the cathode using the power of the battery. Then these electrons are being given to the lead ion, turning it into pure neutral lead. So we are basically using electricity to convert the ions in a compound back into their pure elemental forms by transferring the electrons from the negative ions to the positive ions.
Electrolysis of acidified water using platinum electrodes. Here is the electrolytic cell. Electrolyte is acidified water, that is, water with dilute H2SO4. Electrodes are made up of platinum, that is, with platinum foil. Platinum electrodes are inert electrodes, that means they do not take part in the electrolysis reactions. We are taking here ordinary temperature and the current is 3 amperes. Electrode reaction. Dissociation of acidified water. H2SO4 dissociate in H plus and SO4 minus 2 ions, and H2O dissociates in H plus and OH minus 1 ions. Reaction at the cathode. At cathode, H plus ions gain electron and converts into neutral atom. Two hydrogen atoms combine together to form a molecule of hydrogen. H+1 ions are discharged at the cathode as neutral hydrogen atoms by accepting electrons. Reaction at the anode. OH-1 ions are discharged at the anode as they loses the electrons. Unstable OH radical forms water and oxygen. Here we have taken acidified water, that is water plus acid, H2SO4, because pure water is almost a non-electrolyte and it does not conduct electricity. So to make the conductor of the electricity, we added acid with the water. Dilute sulfuric acid is preferred to dilute nitric acid or hydrochloric acid because dilute nitric acid is a volatile acid and it will decompose, while dilute sulfuric acid is a non-volatile acid and it will not decompose. The current is passed for a prolonged period of time because before collection of the gases for the purpose of accurate comparison, this ensures saturation of the gases in the electrolyte since solubility of oxygen differs from that of hydrogen. Applications of electrolysis. There are two main applications of electrolysis: electroplating of metals and electrorefining or purification of metals. Extraction of metals, that is electrometallurgy. Electroplating of metals. Electroplating is the electrolytic process of deposition of a superior metal, example nickel, silver, chromium, gold, on the surface of a baser metal or article, that is iron, copper, brass, etc. Reasons for electroplating. It prevents corrosion or rusting of the base metal. Reasons for electroplating. It prevents corrosion or rusting of the base metal and makes the article attractive and gives it an expensive appearance, like if a brass article is plated with silver or gold. Conditions for electroplating. The article to be electroplated is always placed at the cathode because during electrolysis reaction, the metal is always deposited at the cathode. The metal to be plated on the article is always made the anode. It has to be replaced periodically. The metal anode continuously dissolves as ions in solution and is hence replaced periodically. The electrolyte must contain ions of the metal used for plating on the article. This is because the electrolyte dissociates into ions of the metal which migrate towards the cathode and are deposited as neutral metallic atoms on the cathode. A low current and for a longer time should be used. Higher current causes uneven deposition of the metal. Low current for a longer time initiates a smooth, firm, uniform and long-lasting deposition. And a direct current, not AC current, should be used. AC current causes discharge and ionization to alternate at the cathode, thus giving no effective coating. Electroplating with nickel. Here we are using the electrolyte aqueous solution of nickel sulfate, NiSO4. Nature of electrodes. Cathode. The cleaned article to be electroplated should be positioned at cathode, and an active electrode or plate or block of nickel metal is used as anode. Electrode reactions. Dissociation of aqueous nickel sulfate gives us Ni2 plus and SO4 minus 2 ions, and the dissociation of H2O gives H plus and OH minus ions. Reaction at cathode. At cathode, the Ni2 plus ions moves towards the cathode and are discharged as neutral Ni atoms by gain of electrons. Thus nickel is deposited on the article. Reaction at anode. SO4 minus 2 and OH minus ions migrate to the anode but neither are discharged. Instead, the nickel anode loses electrons to give Ni plus 2 ions in solution. Hence, anode diminishes in mass. Electroplating with silver. Here we are using the electrolyte aqueous solution of sodium silver cyanide, that is sodium argentocyanide. Nature of electrode. Cathode should be of cleaned article to be electroplated, and anode must be of active electrode plate or block of silver metal. Electrode reactions. Dissociation of aqueous sodium silver cyanide, it gives us Na plus and Ag plus and Cn minus ions, which is the combination of argentocyanide. H2O gives H plus and OH minus ions. Reaction at cathode. Ag plus ions move towards the cathode and are discharged as neutral Ag atoms by gain of electrons. Thus silver is deposited on the article, that is cathode. Reaction at anode. Ag ions loses electrons and it becomes cations. Instead, the silver anode loses electrons to give Ag plus ions in solution. So, the anode diminishes in mass. Electrorefining of metals, that is purification of metals. Electrorefining is a process by which metals containing impurities are purified electrolytically to give a pure metal. The term refining means to make pure, and electro the method employed to make the metal pure, that is by electrolysis. So electrorefining of copper. Here we have taken the electrolyte aqueous copper sulfate solution, which is acidified. Nature of electrode. We are taking cathode as a pure thin sheet of copper and anode as an impure block of copper. Electrode reactions. Dissociation of aqueous copper sulfate gives us Cu2 plus and SO4 minus 2 ions, and H2O gives us H plus and OH minus ions. Reaction at cathode. Cu2 plus ions are discharged at cathode by gaining electrons, and it converts into neutral copper atoms. Thus, pure copper deposited on the thin sheet of pure copper placed at the cathode. Reaction at anode. Cu as an active electrode. Here SO4 minus 2 and OH minus 1 migrate to the anode, but neither are discharged. Instead, the copper anode itself loses electrons to give Cu2 plus ions in solution. Hence, anode diminishes in mass. So the impure block of copper gets used up and impurities settle down. The pure copper metal dissolves out from the copper anode, and the Cu2 plus ions formed in solution at the anode are deposited at the cathode. The impurities present in impure copper anode settle down as anode mud or slime, which contains insoluble impurities like gold and silver. Impurities such as iron, zinc, etc., which are higher in the electrochemical series, ionize and dissolve in the electrolytic copper sulfate solution. Metals which are generally refined by electrolysis, that is highly electropositive metals, are generally refined by this method. Examples are zinc, lead, copper, mercury and silver. So dear students, here we have completed the chapter number 5, electrolysis. If you are having any doubts regarding the chapter, you may contact me and clear your doubts. So study properly at your home, study the chapter very carefully, and if you are having any problem, you may contact me. Take care, be safe.